It's Darlene Smith. Sharing is caring. Tips of the day during the virus. What was that? I can't quite hear you. Can you speak up? Oh my goodness. Is it time for you to speak up about something? Interesting when you think of it that way. You know, there's speak up. What does that really mean? Are there times in your life, because I know I have experienced, when you just feel it's not worth the energy, the time, it won't do you any good to speak up about something? Is there something that you're not speaking up about right now? You know, when we look at what it means, it speaks without fear or hesitation. What's going to happen if you do speak up about a certain subject? Even more important, what happens to you if you don't? You know, being able to talk freely, express your opinion without it being boom, squashed down. Do you ever have some people where maybe it's in your home life, maybe it's at work, you know it's no good to speak up because first of all, they're not going to listen, they're not going to hear, and they're not even going to want to even understand. I'm sure you all have some of those people in your life. You know, it's being able to speak your mind. Now, there's some people out there, of course, that speak their mind too much. And I'm sure you know some of those people as well. They have no trouble speaking up. Sometimes we need to do the opposite. But it's also looking at, the stating one's beliefs, your objections to something. Is it just go along with the flow so you don't make waves because you don't want to speak up because, people are going to get upset and it's just a lot of wasted energy, right? It's telling one thoughts. Hey, put down below, is there something in your life that you're not speaking up for yourself at this particular time? Now, a lot of times there's a lot of fear involved in that. And sometimes you have to weigh out the balance. But I ask you, is it time? Two things can happen by not speaking up is people are never going to know what your actual thoughts and feelings are, right? Makes sense, because you're just going to assume that because you're not saying anything that there is no issues. That could be an option. If you don't speak up, could it be a case of, hey, that could be more stress for you. You're just not helping by not saying. Some people don't want to speak up because of the fear of what's going to happen. And there are some scenarios where that is definitely the case. But it's learning to speak up and even stand up for yourself on certain items. Can be real challenging. Now, there's a lot of people out there like me. We are givers. We just kind of go with the flow. Sometimes we need to stop and speak up because we don't need to go with the flow. Maybe it's because it's not right at this particular time. Think about this. Or it could be a case where you're somebody who have no problem speaking up and giving your opinion when it is proper. So there's that thing. We have two things. We have people who speak up too much. Maybe they're giving their opinion a little bit too much. And then we have the opposite where some people do not speak up enough when they actually should. A lot of fear involved. It has to do with the mindset. But think about this, weighing out the balances. It's going to be challenging, but in the long run, could it be so much better? So Mickey's going to speak up. He loves all his kids out there throughout the things. So it's time. It's time to speak up. It may take a little bit of, not a little bit. It could take a lot of courage to do that. But what is something in your life, whether it's home, work, that you need to speak up about? Sharing is caring. So is speaking up.